Hello and welcome to Bayside Sports Buddies Bash Season 9. This is the final of the A Division between the two of the best sides in this tournament. VMS Victors going head to head with the Old Monks. Old Monks with a nerve-wracking victory last night on this very ground against the Oceans Cricket Club. But this is all it's about. Winner takes all. Starting off with spin is what I can see. Digvijay Singh from the pavilion end. Rules slightly different here in the Bayside Sports Buddies Bash. 4 overs power play up front with 2 overs of batting power play in between 11th to the 16th over. Siddharth Kadam and Hitesh Bhayani, 2 in the middle, and Digvijay Singh, left arm spinner. Play says the umpire, and here we are, first ball of the finals. And straight away into the gap, opening the account in a beautiful manner. Sweeper on the offside, long off in position, but that's not going to stop Siddharth Kadam from getting off the mark. Look at that. Meat of the blade. Slightly uppish. But 4 written all over it. Just the two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Taking full advantage of the field restrictions here. Siddharth Kadam. That's much better. But this time onto the pass. The ball is running away yet again. Should be at least a couple of runs. There's a slight hesitation, but both these batters, they know the magnitude of the situation here. It's a final. Everything to play for. Oh, that's much better. There was a half-hearted appeal. Well, Digvijay looks animated and a little confused as well. Looks like it came off the bat. Needs to focus, Siddharth. This time onto the pads. Wanted to take a single, but just fell within the reach of the wicketkeeper. After winning the toss, the Old Monks decided to bowl first. They know the importance of the game. This time again into the gap. The ball's running away. This is much better. Much better for 4 runs. Time to perfection by Siddharth Kadam. It was onto the pads. Again in the air, but there was no fielder in the deep square on the leg side. 4 more. Ojas Mehta. He won the toss, elected to bowl first. He knows that this is a pitch which has that help in the first few overs, but this is not the start that they were looking for. This time plays it with soft hands towards mid on a quick single. Chance of a run out. Prakash Aswani is very quick, but these two are much quicker. Good backup in the end. End of the first over. It's 11 without loss. (11 without loss after 1). Usman Malvi from the pavilion end, sharing the new ball with Digvijay. There's a third man and a sweeper on the offside. Slip in place as well. Siddharth Kadam on strike. Oh, play and a miss. That one just nips away as it pitched. Usman, he bowled well last night as well against the Oceans, but couldn't take a wicket. But here's the big game, the big day. He can impress everyone just like that. But that's in the end, the gap as well. Took a thickish outside edge. There's a fielder chasing it, but he won't be able to cut it off. That's 4 runs as well. Siddharth Kadam just setting the tone, top of the order. That one swung. He was trying to go down the ground. An outside edge over point. And no chance for the fielder at third man. A moral victory for Usman Malvi, but that's all that was. Oh, look at that delivery. Wow. What a beautiful ball that was. Shaping exactly from the middle stump. Look at that. Just missing by a whisker. Not a lot of foot movement there by Siddharth. Just stand and deliver stuff so far. Oh, look at that yet again. Another same delivery. This time diving towards his left, the fielder at point, but he won't be able to cut the single off. And for the first time in this innings, Hitesh Bhayani will take guard. It's been a good start so far for the Vinayak Marine Services victors, VMS victors, after winning their semi-final against the Cargo CC. Progressing through a couple of days back on this very ground. Hitesh was one of the top scorers in that innings. But here he is on strike. And straight away, he's made his intent clear. Beautifully played. Nothing wrong with the delivery. But Hitesh Bhayani, once he passed the 30-yard circle, there was no stopping that. Slip goes a little wider for Usman on that occasion. And look at that, another swing and a miss. That was a beautiful delivery. Well, it was a very good over by Usman Malvi. A little unfortunate, I must say. But at the end of 2 overs, it's 20 without loss. So change in bowling now. Prakash Aswani is replacing Digvijay Singh. Slip in place for him as well. Tossed up delivery, goes over cover. It's in the gap. But there is a fielder in the deep. Should be just a single. Well, Aswani tossing it up. And Kadam wasn't going to hold back. The way these two have played so far, it just shows the preparation with which they'd come. The mindset. Especially Kadam. Hitesh on strike. Oh, that's very well bowled from Aswani. Really, really well bowled. Bowling away from the batter, away from the hitting arc of Hitesh. That one spun enough to beat the bat. Here goes Aswani, this time across the line. That's in the air, that's high in the air. There's no one in the deep. That should be the first maximum of the game. Yes, it is. No surprises there. Hitesh Bhayani Strong lad. Powerful lad. And look at that. Meaty blow. Over mid-on. Over the boundary. 6 runs. Aswani. This time flatter. Goes down the ground. There's a fielder in the deep. Should be just a single. Very well done in the end by Amit Dani. Had to run to his right. But Aswani is a very talented all-rounder. We've seen the best of him in the Buddies Bash. But this is the big occasion. Oh, and he's got the wicket, has he? Oh, yes, he has. Just when I said that this guy's got the talent, he certainly delivers the goods as well. It was hit for a huge maximum by Hitesh earlier in this over, but he realized that this is not that pitch where you can toss the ball up. He's bowling quicker through the air now, and the length was just perfect. Just stopped onto Siddharth. And he has to go back to the pavilion. A big, big blow, and Prakash Aswani picking up the team's first wicket in the finals. New man in Pratik Naik. That's very, very well bowled from Aswani. Very well bowled. A very good over from Aswani. 8 runs of it, but a big wicket of Siddharth Kadam. 28 for 1 after 3. Digvijay being brought back into the attack. Very experienced left-arm spinner. He was hit for a few runs in his first over, but I think now's the time when he has to make a comeback. There's a slip in place as well. The last over of the power play. The field for Hitesh. There is a long on and looks like a deep mid wicket. The first ball towards short third man. He was trying to cut the ball. Didn't get the meat of the blade, but a dot ball again. Well, 28 in 3 overs, not a bad start. Certainly a good one. Although losing Siddharth wasn't in the plans for VMS. However, as long as this guy is there, anything's possible. This time that one skids through. Hits the inside of the thigh pad and just falling next to the wicket keeper. Couple of dot balls. This time he goes over cover. Well, he waited for it. He waited for the ball to turn, and it spun enough for him to get the full face of the bat. Just look at that. He waited for it and he just placed it over the fielder at cover. He knew there's no one deep on the offside, clearing the infield with quite some comfort. Immediate change made in the field. Fielder at cover goes right up to the boundary. Mid wicket comes inside the circle. So a long on and deep cover. The two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Well, dead ball signaled by the umpire. It looked like Hitesh wasn't ready. Well, something behind the bowler's head, probably in front of the side screen, kind of bothering Hitesh. Normally you wouldn't be bothered with all these things, but when you're playing a final and you're playing such a quality game, certainly it would. Oh, that one kept low. That one skid through as well. Some less bounce on the previous delivery. Tried to cut the ball. Didn't really come onto the bat. This time he goes in the air again. There's a fielder there, but it will fall in the safe zone. One bounce and four. Again, slightly short on that occasion, Digvijay. He had ample of time to pick his spot, and he did. Second boundary of the over. Oh, make it another one. Is it? Because it is into the gap. A great effort in the end by Prakash Aswani. Really, really well tried in the end. Going across the line. And fantabulous attempt there. Prakash Aswani is doing everything for his side, looks like. End of 4, 40 for 1. Four gone, 40 for 1. The rules slightly different here at the Bayside Sports Buddies Bash. 4 overs from one end and 6 from the other. Prakash Aswani to continue, but change of ends for him. There's an outside edge, and that's the second wicket. Very, very well bowled. Tossed up in the air. Spun enough. And Saket at first slip wasn't going to drop that one. Bowling wide of the crease. Angling in, turning away. He must be delighted. Second wicket goes down just after the power play. 40 for 2. The VMS victors. The new man in at number 4, Mayank Shirke. There's a catching cover in place as well for Prakash Aswani. Oh, leading edge and almost falling into the trap. He was very lucky there, Shirke. The ball could have easily gone towards the fielder at short cover. It's been a good spell so far from Aswani. He's pulling a little quicker through the air. And that time he tossed it up, but it's played into the gap. It's going in between two players. That should be a boundary. A full toss. And somewhat of a gift for a player like Mayank Shirke. He wasn't going to miss out on that one. Well, this is that sort of a pitch that the quicker you bowl into the surface, the more purchase it has to offer. But Prakash, well, that's more like it, but that's played into the gap again. Should be at least a single. Fielder in the deep. We'll have to wait and see what is Hitesh Bhayani's approach from here on, because in the power play he was destructive. 23 of 11 already, 4 fours and 1 6. He's technically just taken a single. Rest have been all 4s and 6s, but now that the power play is over, a couple of wickets falling, will he change his gears? Slip in place. Point, backward point. Shot third man. The 4 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Deep cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket and deep square leg. All on the boundary. Oh, and that was in his range, but spun enough to beat the bat. Very well bowled from Aswani yet again. Last ball. That's a bit short in the air. There's a fielder there. Oh, and he's dropped it. It went straight to the man in the deep. He fell into the trap. He didn't have to move an inch. But an opportunity goes begging. 4 signalled by the umpire. And at the end of 5 overs, 49 for 2 for the victors. Well, the new bowler, another left arm spinner. Yogesh Dicholkar bowled the final over in semi-final number 2 last night against the Oceans with just 10 runs to defend. He just showed that he has really calm head on his shoulders. But can he deliver on this big game, on the big stage? First ball played back. I think this is something that everyone watching needs to learn, adapting to the conditions. Yogesh knows that this pitch is not the one where you can toss the ball up. He's firing the ball in. Just like that. Very well bowled yet again. It's been a good start for Dicholkar. Mayank Shirke goes across. Oh, spun enough to beat the bat. Well, that was very, very well bowled by Yogesh Dicholkar. That one just skids through the surface. They wanted a single, but the best fielder standing at point, Prakash Aswani. 4 dot balls in the over. Well, it's very easy to lose your cool as a batter. The pressure is immense. Oh, and he's got him. What a delivery. A dream ball by Dicholkar. Spinning away, squaring the batter up, and the wicketkeeper was really quick to dislodge the bails. Slightly wider of the crease. Spun well. Difficult take, but fine glove work in the end. Third wicket goes down. 49 for 3. The VMS victors in a spot of bother right now. The new man in, Vishal Pandey at number 5. 49 for 3 in the 6th over. Yogesh Dicholkar is bowling magnificently well today. 5 dot balls for him and a big wicket of Mayank. Slip in place. Here goes Dicholkar. Oh, look at that delivery. What an over. First wicket maiden of the knockout phase here in the Bayside Buddies Bash. End of 6 overs, 49 for 3 are the victors. Well, here comes the man who needs no introduction. The oldest player to feature in the IPL. One of the few ones who's taken a hat-trick in the shorter format of the game. Always delivering at the bigger stage. But has a challenge ahead of him. Hitesh Bhayani on song. 27 of 13, 5 fours, 1 6. Praveen Tambe into the attack. Here goes Tambe. Oh, and there goes Hitesh into the gap. It's going to be a chase for Aswani, but in vain. 4 runs and 50 up for the Vinayak Marine Services. VMS victors. Not fearing the name. Not playing the occasion but the game. Into the 30s. Hitesh Bhayani. Bit of a loosener from Tambe up front. That's much better. Quicker through the air. Turning away from the right-hander. That's the sort of standards that he set for himself and for everyone out here. Goes across the line, is in the air, should be a chance, should be out and is out. The big fish. Hitesh Bayani. Back to the hut. Quicker through the air. Into the stumps. Playing across the line. Never the wisest choice, but a leading edge. 4 down for 53 in the 7th over. New man in. Oh, starts off with a googly Tambe. Didn't read that one. Completely bamboozled the batter. That's not the best ball that you want to face. Not the first ball that you want to face. Vishal is back on strike now. Oh, and he's got him! 5 down! The flipper getting the better of Vishal Pandey. Goes without scoring. Class written all over that delivery. Skids through. What a ball from the young veteran, Praveen Tambe. New man in, Sohil Arora. Pressure situation here for the victors. The old monks have spun their way back into the game. Couple of slips. There's a first slip and probably a gully for Tambe. Looks like a third slip. Not too sure, but the first ball. Googly, first up. Played towards short mid wicket. End of the over. 7 gone, 54 for 5. Yogesh to Sushil Kamble. Bowled so well, Dichulkar. A maiden wicket straight up. And then Tambe, the trickster. This time down the ground. Down the leg side. Wide signaled by the umpire. 5-5 for 5. Sushil Kamble needs to play a big knock here for his side. Goes onto the back foot, tries to cut the ball, but play and a miss. Yogesh Dichulkar, 1.1 overs, 1 maiden, 1 run, 1 wicket. All the ones are up. This time that one spun away from the right hander. Good field setting here. First slip, shot third man, point and backward point. Square on the offside, inside the circle. Leading edge into the gap. There's a fielder at tuck. Deep cover. Just a single. It's a good move by the VMS Victors. They've sent a left-hander to negate the left-arm spinners. Sohail Arora is on strike. Oh, that's very well bowled. Goes onto the back foot and plays with soft hands. They need a partnership here. Runs are not an issue. Thankfully, the way Hitesh Bayani batted top of the order set a platform for the batters right now to take their time and just settle in, bat the innings. That should be the first target. And there's an edge dropped by Praveen Tambe at first slip. The ball is running away towards the fence. A long chase. Looks like the ball will win the race. A welcome boundary. That one just went with the arm and dropped catch at first slip. 4 runs. Sohail Arora getting a lifeline. Using his feet this time, missed again. 2 and 2. 4 byes given by the umpire. So lucky there. Sohail Arora. Certainly the fortunate one. End of 8 overs, 64 for 5. 8 overs, 64 for 5. Praveen Tambe into his second over. Already picked up a couple of wickets. Man of the match from the semi-finals last night. Tossed up, driven beautifully down the ground for a single. Gives the strike back to the left-hander, Sohil Arora. A lot of changes being made by Ojas. Has a shot mid-wicket. Short fine leg as well. Backward point. Well, we'll have to wait and see what Tambe has in store for us. 65 for 5. Googly driven down the ground. Slight fumble, but should just be the one. Sushil Arora. Very well played. Got on top of the bounce. Towards long on for a single. I think these middle overs are the ones that will either make or break the game, because a partnership is what the victors need. These two looking solid so far. This time plays it towards square leg. Running the first one hard, but it looks like it's just going to be a single. Priyank Tandon, one of the better fielders in the old Monks playing 11. Keeping it down to just the one. Tambe. 4 singles of the over. The googly, well read. Hit firmly back past the bowler, but Tambe did well to get a hand on it. Dot ball. Well, while facing Tambe, you all need to watch his arm. Another googly. Driven firmly towards long on. Looking for a second. Oh, they will run back for the second. There's a chance of a run out. But the throw was a bit wayward and a little slow to attack the ball on that occasion. I reckon it was their opening batter, Sandeep Nagre, at long on. At the end of 9 overs, it's 70 for 5. Change in bowling. Prakash Aswani introduced back into the attack. Tossed up, driven down the ground towards long on. This time Nagre attacking the ball. Just the one. Still a lot of cricket to be played here in the finals of the A Division Air India Sports Club. Bayside Sports, Buddies Bash. Sushil. Oh, that was in the air for a minute. But Aswani, how well has he bowled today? How good has he been? Really impressed everyone in the middle. Oh, very, very well bowled. 2 good deliveries. Aswani this time played back to the bowler. It's been a good over. 3 dot balls in a row. Just the one of the over so far. Magnificent bowling from Prakash. He's found the right line and length. Oh, this time it's in the air. There's a fielder there. There's a fielder there, and this time he makes no mistake. Straight to the fielder. It was in the air for a long, long time, and Prakash gets his third. Spinning away from the right-hander. And Praveen Tambe at extra cover. Good running catch towards the bowler. 6 down for 71. 6 down for 71. 9.5 overs. Prakash Aswani. 3 for 18. New man in. Faisal Patel. Also referred to as an asset for his team. Oh, what a delivery. What an over. Prakash Aswani. Beautifully bowled. End of 10 overs. 71 for 6. Change of ends now. Yogesh Dicholkar continues. Oh, that's very well bowled. He'll run through for a quick single. Oh, brilliant pick up and throw. Oh, that must be painful. A direct hit was the attempt. Got the hand instead. On strike, Faisal Patel, the asset, in a crunch situation for his side. Who plays with soft hands into the gap. A quick single taken. That's good batting from Faisal. Giving the strike back to Sohail Arora. There's a slight delay in the middle. Sohail Arora getting hit on the arm from a throw by the fielder at point. He's all fine now. Charged up. Going down the ground, back to the bowler. It's good bowling from Yogesh Dicholkar. Pulling his length back. A left-hander against a left-arm spinner. This time a little slower through the air. Plays it into the gap. Just the one. Patel is back on strike. Looks like a tall, strong lad, Faisal Patel. Packs a punch, but can he do it today for his side? Oh, that's very well bowled. Missed by everyone. The wicket keeper as well. Perplexed with that beauty of a delivery. And 4 given by the umpire. An inside edge, it looks like. Well, correction right now, the umpire signalling byes. And rightly so. Didn't get any bat on it whatsoever. Unlucky Dicholkar yet again. It's been that sort of a day. If you look at the wicket column for Dicholkar, just says 1 wicket, but he certainly has bowled much better. Bowling figures say everything. This time it's hit firmly down the ground. Running the first one hard. The fielder with a long chase. Oh, that's 4 runs. The fielder at long off was very, very wide. Had to cover ample of ground. And just bounced in front of Dicholkar. Tried to pick it on the full, but Amit Dani at long off, he had no chance. And that's the end of another over. 11 gone, 82 for 6. Prakash Aswani into his final over. 3 for 18 for him. Sohail Arora. Oh, beautifully glanced into the gap. Running the first one hard. Should be at least a single. They were looking for the second. But quick to attack the ball on that occasion. Pratik from deep mid wicket on strike now. Faisal Patel. Hitting a boundary of the last ball of the previous over. Dicholkar. The bowlers have bowled so well today. Winning the toss, the old monks deciding to bowl first. Ojas Mehta has backed his bowlers and they've delivered. Especially this guy, Aswani. This time it's in the air and again in the gap. Running the first one hard yet again. They're very quick between the wickets, especially Faisal. Got a spring in his stride, but on that occasion, just the one. Strike back to the left-hander. Change in field now. The slip comes out. Short mid-wicket deployed. Backward point. Short fine leg covers and mid-wicket. The 4 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Couple of overs of batting power play still remain. This time glanced towards deep backward square leg. Just the one. So the singles are coming regularly now. And that is what they need. .85 for 6. Faisal goes hard down the ground. Beautiful timing on it, but there is a fielder in the deep. He does well to stop the ball. Some awkward bounce in the outfield. And Aswani, he tossed that one up. Picked up a 3 for so far. Sohail Arora. He's really batted well so far. Again, glances towards deep backward square leg. A quick single taken. He's looking for the second, but just the one. Last ball of his spell. 3 for 23 in 3.5 overs. Faisal Patel on strike. He goes down the ground. Straight to the fielder, one bounce. End of Aswani's spell. Beautifully bowled. 3 for 24. 12 gone. 88 for 6. Change in bowling now. Praveen Tambe reintroduced. 2 for 10 in his 2 overs. Faisal Patel taking guard. Tambe down the leg side, wide. Very seldom do you see a man of his caliber stray in line or miss his mark. Oh, very well bowled. Oh, that was just a peach of a delivery. Faisal got caught in the crease. Oh, he's slogged that one towards backward point. He did well. The fielder at backward point. Diving effort. Saving a couple of runs for his side. The players cross. And Faisal trying to take the attack to the bowler. Sohil Arora on strike. 90 for 6. Still a couple of overs of batting power play remain. Sohil. Oh, well played. Was very well bowled as well. Perfect line, perfect length. That one's tossed up. Going the other way. Tried to play through the line. And that's a positive sign. This time goes across into the gap, running the first one hard. Well, will they look for the second? Faisal is very quick. Sent back. Just the one. Do not want to run yourself out in such situations. Team needs these two to bat as much as they can, as long as they can. Score as many as they can. Faisal. He's back on strike. Needs to play responsibly. That's more like it. Into the gap towards mid wicket. End of the 13th over. 92 for 6. The victors. Change in bowling. Priyank Tandon from the pavilion end. The first time introduced into this game. Bowled really well in the previous game in the semi-final. Oh, and he's welcomed with a heave on the offside. One bounce towards Amit Dani at long off. Dug it into the pitch, and he was hit firmly down the ground by Faisal. Coming around the wicket now to Sohil Arora. He's batted well and responsibly so far. 13 of 16 for him. But don't go on the stats, don't go on the numbers. The impact has been superb so far by Arora. There was a couple of missed opportunities while he was batting. A missed chance of stumping and a dropped catch as well. But he's trying to make the most of it. Tandon around the wicket. This time slow one. The off cutter as well. It was very well bowled. They've got 4 left-arm spinners in them. Old Monk, Prakash Aswani, the pick of them so far. Yogesh Dicholkar. They also have Digvijay Singh as a third one. And dare I say Praveen Tambe. Not a left arm, but certainly spins his side into the game. This time guides it through the offside. At least a couple of runs, if not more. Well done in the end by Dicholkar at sweeper on the offside. This is good batting. Really like the way these two have made a formidable partnership. 22. In fact, 24 of 22 for the pair. Sohil Arora. This time guides it towards the backward square leg. In fact, the fielder at fine leg will cut it off, but a couple of runs for the taking. This is great batting. Certainly a masterclass for the youngsters who are watching this game live on YouTube. Came in a situation where the team needed him the most, and now he's batting really, really well. The boundaries have been hard to come by. Singles and doubles. That's what they've focused on. Arora especially taking the responsibility on his shoulders. This time cuts it towards point. Quick single chance of a run out of it. Oh, missed. What a brilliant piece of effort by Prakash Aswani. Hasn't put a foot wrong so far. Running to his right. Well, he double bluffed everyone there, Aswani. Traditionally a left arm spinner. So it's expected that his left side would be the favoured one, but throwing from his right, completely out of the box and missed by a few inches, looks like. But more importantly, Faisal Ahmed, the danger man, is back on strike. 11 of 11 for him. Sam down the leg side. Oh, what a take from the wicketkeeper. That's a brilliant collection, I must say. Never easy to collect the ball down the leg side, and that too one-handed. It was angled in towards the pads of Faisal Ahmed. The keeper did really well to stop those extra buys. .99 now the score. This time he goes down the ground. There's a fielder there. And what a catch that is! Magnificent catch by the fielder at long on. Diving to his right. Sandep Nagre. One of the best catches in the tournament so far. Under pressure. And Priyank Tandon breaks the partnership. Was hit really hard. And look at him go. What a catch. Superbly done. 7 down for 99 after 14 for the VMS victors. 14 overs have been bowled. 99 for 7. And the batting power play is commenced. For those of you who missed it, the last ball of the previous over, we saw something magical. Here it is. Faisal Patel using his feet hard down the ground, but there was Sandeep Nagre diving to his right. Everyone's heart skipped a beat. But what a catch. Beautifully done. This time down the leg side in the air. That should be a catch. Oh, what a catch! Back to back. Diving forward. The big wicket. Just when you thought that Sandeep Nagre had pulled off a blinder, Abhishek, he says, beat that. This is excellent stuff from the old monks. Well, you certainly need to change the name. It isn't old anymore. Eight down for 99. 8 down for 99. Digvijay Singh gets his first wicket of the game. It's not his best of deliveries, but certainly one of the biggest wickets in this final. It's looking really solid. Sohail, 18 of 21 for him. The new man in now, along with Shailesh Mania. Is Asif. Slip in place as well. Point, backward point. Cover mid off. In the circle on the offside this time. First ball. It's in the air, but falling short. The fielder at mid off. No run taken. Well, usually in the batting power play, the players like to accelerate, like to go big. But losing your main man in the first, on the first ball itself. It's time into the gap. They'll run through for a quick single and the 100 up for VMS Victors. It's come in quick succession, I must say. The run rate hasn't been an issue for them since the beginning. The wicket column has. Plays it into the gap beautifully for a single. Need to rotate the strike as much as they can. Digvijay Singh bowling quicker through the air. Not trying to turn the ball a fair deal. He knows he needs to be bowling the right areas. And that's what he's done so far. And look at that. Just as I said. Not trying to turn the ball. Silencing the critics. That's the experience that this man possesses. Digvijay Singh has been in the circuit for a long, long time. He's got the skill and quality to deliver in the crucial moments. He's done it throughout his career. Oh, he goes down the ground, but beautifully played. One bounce and four. Was nothing wrong with the delivery. Nothing wrong. Taking the front leg out over the bowler's head. Safest place to score runs. And at the end of 15 overs, it's 105 for 8. The last over of the batting power play. And it is Priyank Tandon. On strike is Shailesh Mania. 105 for 8. 5 overs to go. Sam outside off stump cuts it into the gap. Fielder at sweeper on the offside, just the one. And on strike is Asif. Oh, and he's got a massive. Trying to go down the ground. Perishes. And Tandon picks up his second wicket. (106 for 9). And the VMS victors. With the last man standing, last pair standing now. After the departure of Asif. The last man in now, Sanjay Lakhani at number 11. Having a look at the field, there's a fielder at deep third man and sweeper on the offside, the two outside the 30-yard circle. Here goes Priyank Tandon. And that one down the leg side. That's missed by everyone. That is going to be Grace runs. Extra runs. 4 wides. It was already down the leg side. And didn't really bounce as well as the keeper would have liked. And 4 wide signaled by the umpire. These are all bonus runs here. The last pair in the crease. Get as many as you can. That should be the only way to go. Here goes Tandon. Some outside off stump and well, that was quite close. The umpire, the best judge, the best seat in the house for the umpire. Well, 111 for 9 in a final. It's not the ideal score, but putting runs on board always puts pressure on the team batting second. If they can manage a couple of big hits from here, anything above 130. Oh, but there is an appeal. Impact was way outside off stump. More of an optimistic cry, to say the least. Lakhani. Oh, he drives really hard into the gap. Well, that is a boundary. Why was this man asked to bat at number 11? I'll never know. Beautifully played. Driven firmly through point. And 4 more crucial runs, all these for the VMS victors. They've had an unbeaten season so far. They'd be the first team in the history of the Buddies Bash to go invincible. This time again down the leg side. Tucked it away towards short fine leg. Another single. And that's the end of the batting power play. Well, that must have stung Lakhani, but he'll keep strike. Tambe. Change of ends. Driven down the ground beautifully, I must say. Surprised to see him bat at number 11. Playing with 11 batsmen, it looks like the VMS Victors. Got Tambe to continue. On very, very well bowled. Beautiful delivery. Spin and bounce. But as long as they survive, every run matters. Every run counts here in the big final. The Buddies Bash Season 9. Tambe. Googly. Oh, and he's got him. Gets the last wicket. Finishes off with another 3-wicket haul. And the VMS Victors all out for 117. It was a googly. And, well, missing the line completely, Shailesh. Has to go back to the pavilion. 118 is going to be the target for the old monks. Live action back in short time. Hello and welcome back. The semi-final number 2 was won by the Old Monks. The semi-final number 1 was won by the VMS Victors. But this is all that it comes down to. The one-off final. Toss won by the Old Monks, restricting the VMS Victors to just 117. And now the openers, Sandeep Nagre at the non-strikers end and the captain Ojas Mehta at the strikers end. 118 to win. This is the season 9 of the Bayside Sports Buddies Bash, live from the Air India Sports Club, and starting this all-important final for VMS. Left arm spinner right now, Sanjay Lakhani, came into bat at number 11. Well, he is opening the bowling. First ball of the run chase. Oh, and a play and a miss immediately. Trying to sweep the ball. Quicker through the air. And Ojas Mehta is a master playing the sweep stroke. And this time, gets bat on ball. First runs of the final. Deep backward square leg, deep mid wicket, 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Short fine leg, mid on, mid off cover, extra cover, point and backward point. All in readiness. In fact, there's a slip in place as well. Sandeep Nagre, he took a blinder of a catch early on in the first innings to dismiss Faisal Patel. Big job at hand for the Old Monks to see this game through. They've got immense depth in their batting lineup. Amit Dani at number 3, Prakash Aswani, one of the top order batters as well. Oh, well bowled again. Quicker through the air. Flatter through the air as well. They've got a left-hander, Sandeep the Hard as well, one known to hit the big strokes. After some brilliant display of bowling by Yogesh Dicholkar, Prakash Aswani and Praveen Tambe. Oh, look at that. Another beautiful delivery. That one spun. Oh, and they've run through for a single. This is poor work by the fielders, I must say. There was never a run there. Should have been a certain dot ball. But they go through. Well, Ojas Mehta is now back on strike. He's played the lap shot and he's found the gap. That should be the first boundary of the chase. Really well done by the skipper. Was quicker through the air, straying a little bit towards the leg side, and that was enough for Ojas to just guide it through towards the boundary. They need wickets up top. That's the only way to go from here. Last ball of the first over. Oh, there's an appeal. There's an appeal. The umpire. Oh, that's such a loud shout. Not out, said the umpire. 6 without loss after 1. At the end of the first over, it's 6 without loss. And 112 required of 114 deliveries right now. The slip in place, slip intact. And another left arm spinner being introduced now. Oh, that one down the leg side. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. Wide given by the umpire. There has been turn it offer on this pitch, but we haven't seen any of it so far in the second innings. Oh, and just when I said on cue, very well bowled. Nikunj Karya. This time it's in the air. That's high in the air. There's a fielder there, but he will be a mere spectator. First maximum of the innings. Sandep Nagre. He's not going to hold back. It was in the arc. Dispatches it. I think that's the whole game plan, you know. The first 4 overs, cash in as much as you can, because these tricky totals of 120, 118, the runner ball totals are always the ones which mess whole things up. If you bat below 6 and over in the first 4 overs, there's immense pressure on you. This time it's stump to stump, trying to cut the ball. And the fielder at extra cover. Quick pick up and throw. What they need are wickets up top. Dot balls will do no good. In a game as such, you need to pick up those early breakthroughs, especially when you have these two openers in the middle. This time tucked towards leg side. They'll run the first one quickly, but just the one. Ojas is on strike. Ojas likes to sweep the ball. He is really someone who can play multi-dimensional shots. Play 360 degrees behind the wicket, over the bowler's head, over cover. You name it. This time he sweeps it into the gap again. That should be runs. At least a couple of runs. Oh, well done in the end. It was probably Vishal on the boundary, running to his right. One hand pick up and throw. Does well. Couple of runs taken. This time he sweeps it. There's an appeal. There's an appeal, and he's been given out. Oh, it was off the bat. Ojas is unimpressed. A couple of words shared between Ojas and the umpire. Well, it was one way. Ojas saying to the umpire, you never like to see tempers getting raised, but we all know what is at stake. It is the mega final, the big game. And from here, you do not understand if it was bat or no, but certainly Ojas is a man of character. He will not budge. Seeing him animated, it's quite certain that there must have been some kind of bat on it. A big, big, big wicket. At the end of 2 overs, 16 for 1, the old monks. Big wicket on the last ball of the previous over. Ojas Mehta, the captain, back in the hut. New man in Amit Dani. But look at that. What was that? Well, that one just spun square of the pitch. Having a look at that again, it was a half tracker. Nagre was, oh my god, shoulder height. That should be one for the over. Nagre. This time he cuts the ball, cuts it straight towards the fielder. They would not run on such occasions because that was straight into the hands of the fielder at extra cover. Well, here goes Lakhani. That's much better, but very well played. And good fielding in the end, I must say, from the fielder at backward point. Running to his left. Good pickup. And suddenly, there's a spring in the stride of each and every VMS Victorian. They know that the wicket of Ojas Mehta was the big one. And this one was more of a wild delivery. Turn and bounce. This time a quicker through the air in the gap. Beautifully placed off the back foot. Sandeep Nagre. Slightly short. Waited for it. Pierced the offside field. 4 runs. Lakhani to continue. Oh, that's very well bowled. Well played as well, I must say. Played a little late towards backward point. Dot ball. Well, scoring runs is not an issue for the old monks. They've got some big hitters in them. Oh, there's an appeal. That should be plumb in front. Well, the umpire says not out. Under tremendous pressure, this umpire, Yasin Sheikh. Well, that was a very close call. This looked out to me. Playing it across the line. Well, certainly it was a very good shout, I must say. 3 gone. 21 for 1. Three overs, 21 for 1. Amit Dani on strike. Well, there is an appeal. There is a loud shout for caught behind. Was it a wide? Was it pad? Was it bat? There's only one person who makes the decisions, and that's the umpire. Well, the captain Rahul Singh is asking for an explanation to why is it been given not out. And I like that from the captain. Coming in, asking a question, then going away. He knows that there's a game to be played, and these are part and parcel of the game. Under tremendous pressure, the umpires as well. Oh, very well bowled. Well bowled. This time onto the pads, tucked away by Amit Dani. Running the first one out, they're coming back for the second. That's good running between the wickets. A good throw. That's a directed. Oh, the umpire's given it not out. Well, not happy. Not happy. The VMS victors. Was a very close call. Nikunj. Well, that's much better from Amit Dani. He knows the runs are coming. Doesn't need to take any sort of risk whatsoever. The total they're chasing as well is not a daunting one. Oh, very well bowled. There's an appeal again. But the impact was outside off stump on that occasion. Well, Nikunj. There's almost an appeal on every other delivery. That's the kind of game we are witnessing here at the Air India Sports Club. Quick one through the air. It's into the gap. Running the first one quickly. Oh, there's an odd bounce. Missed by the fielder at mid-off. A long chase. Will the ball win the race? Doesn't look like it. The outfield's pretty dried up. Couple of runs taken there by Amit Dani. Very well bowled. That's the end of the fourth over. 26 for 1. Change of ends, change in bowling as well. Rahul Bhadreshwar. Well, 26 for 1. It's been a lot of animosity about the game. A lot of appeals as well. Run out chance. Everything happening here at the Air India Sports Club. To remind the viewers, this is the final of the A division of the Bayside Sports Buddies Bash. Two of the best teams in the tournament. Old Monks had a nerve crunching encounter last night, the semi-final number 2 against the Oceans, and VMS victors on an unbeaten run so far in this tournament. They are the Invincibles, and they'll be the first side ever to do it if they win this game in the history of the Buddies Bash, to go unbeaten throughout the season. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Beautiful delivery. Sandeep Nagre just caught in his crease on the previous one. Oh, and that one spun. Well, everything happening here at the Bayside Sports Buddies Bash. The Old Monks. Not a huge target, not a large total to chase, but still pressure is immense. And that's a beautiful delivery. There's an appeal, but looks like there was some bat on it. Well, the umpires need to control the game at some point, because the animosity of the players can get the better of him. Get the better of them, in fact. Both these umpires have to be calm. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Amit Dani. Nothing that he can do. One of the most technically sound players that you'd see in the Buddies Bash. Amit Dani. Familiar name in the Mumbai circuit. And that's very well played. Look at that technique. Wanted a quick single, Amit, but sent back by Sandeep Nagre. Oh, and that's very well bowled. Slow through the air towards short third man backward point of Faisal Patel. And that's a beautiful over, I must say, just one of it. 27 for 1 after 5. Another bowler being introduced, Sahil Shah, on that occasion. The new bowler. First ball for Sahil Shah. Leg spinner. One spinning away towards sweeper on the offside, a single. Sahil Shah to continue. Beautiful delivery. Played into the gap. One bounce. We'll have to wait and see the umpire signal. 4. It looks like. Amit Dani rocking onto the back foot, piercing the two fielders on the boundary. 1 bounce and 4. This is good stuff. Previous over was a very good one. Economical one, I must say. But then, as long as these two are batting, scoring 86 of 88 will not be that difficult a total. That tough a challenge for them. Sahil needs to pick up a wicket here. Oh, that's very well bowled. Straight to the fielder. And this guy, Faisal Patel, he's too quick at point. The asset. That's very well bowled, but that's in the air. And that should be Amit's first maximum. Second of the game, second of the innings, I must say. And looked like a googly. Tossed up in the air. And dispatched out of the ground. Sahil has been hit for a 4 and a 6 in this over already. This time driven firmly towards long off. Just the one. It's been an expensive over, this one. But he can make amends if he picks up a wicket here. That's well bowled. Oh, there's a slight misfield. But the fielder at point will allow them to go through for a single. End of 6 overs. It's 40 for 1 for the Old Monks. Change in bowling. Change of ends for Rahul Bhadrashwar. That's very well bowled, in fact, by Bhadrashwar. He bowled a good first over, just the 1 run of it. And this one is well skids through. Oh, very well bowled. There was an appeal there, but it looked like bat again. And Bhadrashwar knew. I think that's good cricket from him as well. Because the game is kind of having the tempers fuming. And the umpire is often the scapegoat of such situations. It's good to control. It's very well bowled, but glanced towards leg side. And like I said, the players need to draw that line. And that's very well done by Rahul. I need to give him credit for this. Oh, very well bowled on that occasion. Slower through the air. Just near the 6 to 8 meter length. Ideally, what a spinner should bowl. And he got the exact spot where he wanted it to pitch. Spun away. It's been a good over again. Oh, look at that delivery. My goodness, this guy is bowling extremely well. Let's have a look at that again. Because that one just angled in wide of the crease and spun away. Well, a player like Sandeep Nagre. And again, another play and a miss. What an over! A maiden. Priceless. Priceless in the course of the game. 7 gone. 40 for 1. Change in bowling. Sailesh Lakhani being introduced back into the attack. He bowled well in the first couple of overs. And look at that, bang on the money. And you can't run when you have Faisal Patel at point. You just cannot take that chance. Amit Dani interviewed him before this game, seeming pretty confident that his side will get the chase. And this is very, very well played. Innovative. Innovation at its best. That's going fine as well. Could this be a boundary? Just cut off before the boundary ropes. It was a long chase for Sahil. And that ball was a half tracker, I must say. Spun square. Amit did well to get bat on ball. In fact, did really well to get the placement right, I must say. This time another swing and a miss. Amit Dani trying to go over the fielder at cover. Sanjeev Lakhani. He's bowled extremely well so far. Lakhani to continue. This time Dani goes down the ground. Didn't get good connection on it. Just the one. Nagre on strike. Oh, that's very well bowled. Played with soft hands towards mid wicket. They will run through for a single. It's been a good over, I must say, so far. Can he finish it as well as he started it? That we'll have to wait and see. Amit Dani, he's on strike. I think Amit is keeping his cool, keeping his calm. He's not trying anything too fancy. He knows that the total is not that big. So as long as they don't lose wickets, there are still those 2 overs of batting power play to come. Oh, and very well played. Loving the technique. Beautiful from Amit Dani. 8 gone, 44 for 1. Well, Bhadrashwar, beg your pardon, is going to continue the attack. Bowled brilliant 2 overs and now into his third. Amit Dani on strike now. Oh, and he swept it. That should be out. That is out. That is out. Good decision by the umpire under pressure. And Amit knew. Amit Dani just walked as soon as that ball hit the pad. It was within his range, to be honest. Very, very well bowled. Rahul Bhadrashwar, if someone deserved a wicket, it was him. Look at him, even appearing with such elegance, you know. And the game is just kind of even Stevens at the moment. New man in. Muscular, spectacular. Sandeep Tahad. The big wicket of Amit Dani in the previous over. In fact, the previous delivery. Getting the left-hander out. We'll have to wait and see what field do they set for Sandeep, because he's a guy who doesn't need a lot of time on the crease. Can take the game away from you. He's got immense power. Also blessed with some magnificent timing. A left arm spinner. But he's up against Rahul Bhadrashwar. He's bowled so well, Rahul. Really, really well. 2.2 overs, 1 maiden, 2 runs, and 1 wicket for him so far. Here goes Bhadrashwar again. Oh, that was so close. Beautifully bowled by Rahul. It was just on, just in and around off stump. Spun sharply back in. He did well to get bat on it, Sandeep. That's better. From Dahad, he takes a single, gets off the mark. 46 the score. For the loss of 2 wickets for the Old Monks, they need 72 of 68 deliveries. With 8 wickets in hand, anything's possible. They've got big firepower in their side. These two batters, Nagre and Dahad at the crease. They also have players like Prakash Aswani to come. Here goes Rahul. That's one skids through to the bat, and another dot ball. Interesting, quite interesting. The way this game is panning out. Oh, and that one spun square. That's very, very well bowled. What an over again. A couple of runs, a big wicket of Amit Dani, and end of 9 overs. It's 46 for 2. Well, 9 overs gone, 46 for 2 the score. Change in bowling, off spinner into the attack. He just pitched it really short. Chance for another bowler's end. Oh, a diving effort by Sandeep Dahad. Look at that commitment. Impressive. Loving it. He's running to the danger end, running to the bowler's end. A full stretch dive. It was Faisal with the ball. Let's have a look at that. It was at a good bounce, I must say. Faisal, one of the quicker ones in the field, but that dive must have saved him. I'm quite sure about it. It was an outstretched dive. Moreover, him being the tallest on the field certainly covers the ground quicker than most people. Oh, very, very well bowled that one from Asif Sheikh. Beautifully bowled. Spinning it away from the right hander. This time, the other one towards short fine leg. Another dot ball. The pressure seems to be mounting up slowly. Over by over, ball by ball. Couple of dot balls already in this over. 47 for 2. And Sandeep Nagre is batting at a strike rate of 58 right now. This one spins back in towards point. Yet again, that man Faisal Patel. He's been everywhere, this guy. This time short in the air. It is certainly in the gap for 4. Very, very well played. Perfectly placed. That boundary bringing the 50 up for the old monks. Was a short delivery, half tracker, Loosener, I must say. Had ample of time to just pick his spot. And he did to perfection. 51. Last ball of the 10th over now. Last ball of the 10th over. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Hammered down the ground towards long on. Well picked up by Rahul Singh. That should be just a single. End of the over, 6 of it. 52 for 2 after 10. And it's drinks. Here we are after the drinks break. And a single to start off. Vinod, the new bowler, into the attack from the far end. Well, they still have the batting power play option available in some time that we'll be seeing. Vinod Singh coming around the wicket. Sandeep Dahad. 65 needed of 59 right now. Run a ball game of sorts. High voltage drama yet to be seen on this ground this time. Oh, very well bowled. Quicker through the air, flatter through the air. Off the back foot. Well, we know this bowling around the wicket. He's bowling quicker through the air, flatter as well, like I said. Not giving a lot of time. And this time is slashed into the gap. That should be a boundary. Was a short delivery. Cut it hard. Got a big deflection. An outside edge of sorts. And it was 4 runs once it passed. The fielder at short third man. That's very well bowled. Straight to the fielder. They're running through for a single chance of a run out if he hits. Oh, yes, he has. It's a close call, but the batter had made his ground. A direct hit would have been close. Didn't look like that. And Sandeep Nagre running to the danger end. Was quite confident while taking that run. Coming over the wicket. Nagre goes big. Nagre goes out of the ground. There is no doubt about it once it leaves his bat. A strong lad. In his range. And punished. Beautiful. What an over this has been. This time tucked away towards the leg side. Smart cricket. You've already got the runs in the over. Now's the time to take the game deeper. And I think that's what Nagre is doing. Not making any foolish errors. That's the maturity that he possesses. End of the over. 11 gone. 65 for 2. Asif Sheikh. He'll continue. Starts off with the full toss. It's hit down the ground firmly. There's no need to run for it. It's going to be 4. Fielder at long on was a mere spectator. And Sandeep Nagre just showcasing why he is one of the better openers that you'd see in a tournament such as this. Took a brilliant catch early on in the first innings and now just finishing the job. 49 needed of 53. Still the batting power play yet to come. This time onto the pads, played towards short fine. Like Sandeep Dahad, look at him go. Excellent running between the wickets. Change of angle looks like for the left-hander. Coming round the wicket. 70 for 2 the score now. Sandeep Dahad. Well, he hasn't joined the party yet. Doesn't take long for him to get going. Oh, but what a delivery! Almost got the better of Sandeep Dahad. For a moment it looked like might have hit the stump, but really, really well bowled. Oh, there's an outside edge again. Towards sweeper on the offside. Another single taken by Dahad. Giving the strike back to Sandeep Nagre. Oh, very well bowled. This time towards point yet again. Another good ball. This time again in the arc. And needless to say, this is another maximum. Sandeep Nagre. 2 sixes in the over. Taking the game away completely from the VMS victors. Sigh of relief for the dugout. The old monks. Really, really thankful and grateful to have a player like Sandeep Nagre in their squad. End of 12. 77 for 2. Change in bowling. Left arm spinner. Driven through the covers for a single. There was so much pressure on these two, but they didn't lose their cool. They didn't lose a wicket. That's the most important thing to take from this. And the same situation, VMS were off to a much better start. In the middle overs, they lost wickets in bulk, which kind of got them trailing and reeling in this game. Oh, he was looking for the big stroke. Stopped him. Stopped himself at the last minute. Played it towards point, another dot ball. This one's short. This one's into the gap as well, but should just be a single. There's a fielder in the deep. Sandeep Dad. That one's shot again, played into the gap. Again for a single. And this is just some brilliant display of batting because experience is what these two possess, and they've shown it. How to tackle a pressure situation, how to keep your composure in a big game such as this. Sandeep Nagre and Sandeep Dahar this time very well bowled, trying to cut the ball towards short third man, just getting a slight outside edge. Dot ball yet again. I interviewed Swapnil Hazare, a player from the Old Monks. He was just telling me that their mentality is such that they don't play the occasion, they play the game. They're not worried about if it's the final or any other round. They're here to win the game, and they will. This time driven through the covers. Again, there's a fielder in the deep, should just be the one. An end of another over. Nikunj Karya giving away 3 runs in the over. In fact, 4 with that single. 81 for 2. Change in bowling. The last roll of the dice. Certainly the last one for the VMS Victors. Last ball, last over of Rahul Bharadwaj. Beg your pardon, is Bhadareshwar. And what a delivery first up. My goodness. This guy has just made the good length spot his own. Sandeep Nagre on strike. Oh, another play and a miss. Well, Rahul Bhadareshwar might have just got the most economical figures so far in this tournament. Couple of more dot balls. Well, I think that's what Sandeep Dahar at the non-striker end must be telling the batter. That just play this over out. That's how good Rahul has been. But look at that. Short ball. It's in the air and missed by the fielder at deep mid wicket. That was an opportunity. Short. Getting into the position. And the fielder in the deep. couldn't grab onto it. 6 signal by the umpire. What could have been a wicket ends up in 6 runs. This time he steps out and I think he's gone. Well, well, that's not out. Quite interesting. Was the keeper too slow to dislodge the bails, or was the batter too quick to get back? Wow. Was very, very well bowled in the first place by Rahul Bhadrashwar. Beat the batter. And was he out of the crease or no? That's a different argument. This time tucks it into the leg side, and with that single brings his 50 up. What an innings this has been. 50 for Sandep Nagre. 4 sixes and 3 fours in this innings. Looks like he's not even aware of the half century, or even if he is, he's choosing to keep his head down and focus on the bigger, larger objective. Oh, very, very well bowled, and that's the end of a fantabulous spell. 4 overs, 1 maiden, 10 runs and a wicket for Rahul Bhadrashwar. The batting power play will commence from the next over. Sanjay Lakhani. Oh, and he's been dispatched. He's been thrown out of the ground. Was nothing wrong with the delivery, but when you're bowling to a player who's batting at a 50 or 48, there's nothing that you can do apart from just applaud the excellence of this man, Sandep Nagre. Single-handedly in this batting lineup has done the bulk of the scoring. 5 sixes in this inning so far with 3 fours to go with. 24 needed. They can smell victory. Months of hard work brings them here into the finals against a team that has been unbeaten so far in the tournament. And that's another good delivery. A good comeback, I must say, by Sanjay Lakhani. It's been that sort of a tournament for the old monks. This time it's short. It's missed by the fielder at point. That's four as well. The momentum is completely with the old monks. It was in the air for a moment, but the fielder at point, not the best of efforts in backing his bowler. 20 away now. It's been a brilliant game of cricket. At a moment, VMS were on top. But now it's old monks all the way. Oh, that's very well bowled again. The ball is turning. And that just goes to show that despite all the problems and difficulties in the pitch, this batter has really given it all and really planned his innings. Still one ball remains in this over. Sailesh Lakhani. That one is short. That one is in the air. Oh, just falling short it looked like from the fielder at cover. And the end of another over. 15 gone, 98 for 2 for the old monks. $30 balls, 20 to win, 8 wickets in hand. Old monks, it's their game to lose from here. Cruising towards a victory. For a moment, the game was quite tensed and looked like VMS victors might end up with a big upset here. But then Sandeep Nagre decided that he had other plans. Sandeep Dahad is on strike now. Same played down the ground towards long on. And they're running through for a quick single. There was a slight mix-up in the middle, but he reached his end quite comfortably, did Sandeep Dahad. That one's short. Gets an outside edge. That's going towards the boundary as well. 4 more. 15 needed now. Just 15 runs more for the old monks. This time it's in the air. Oh, just falling short of the fielder at cover yet again. Everyone on the offside are inside the circle. Long on and deep mid wicket, the two fielders. They're outside the 30-yard circle. Oh, and he's got him. That one just went through with the arm. The leg stump is out. Nikunj Gets his man. Too little, too late, it looks like. 15 away. Very, very well played by Sandeep Nagre. 64 for him. A match winning 64. New man in Prakash Aswani was magical with the ball. 3 wickets for him. He's here to finish the game off for his side. Well bowled. Nikunj, quicker through the air. Flatter in trajectory as well. There's no slip. It's a bit surprising to me now that it's just 15 runs. I think they should go for the attack. But look at that. Prakash Aswani finds the gap. It's running away, and that's 4. Opening his account with a boundary. Now it's just a matter of time before the old monks clinch the title. End of the over. 107 for 3. Sahil is going to be bowling from the pavilion end, and Sandeep Dahar is on strike. 2 hits away. 11 to win. It's been a great tournament, this one. Never a favourite side. Dahar this time cuts it. It's into the gap. The ball is running away. It's a chase. It should at least be a couple of runs, if not more. But the ball has just trickled down the boundary. And 4 more. 7 to win now. Sahil Shah. Slip in place now. One shot. Hit down the ground. It's going to be a single. 1 hit away. Just 1 hit away are the old monks. It's been a collective effort. Sandeep Nagre, Yogesh Dicholkar, Praveen Tambe, and Prakash Aswani as well. Look at that sweep shot. Beautifully played. 4 runs. 2 runs away now. The old monks. They came into the finals as one of the more experienced of the two sides, with big names and a reputation to live by. Just a couple of runs away from glory. They're already celebrating. 2 to win now. But what a run this has been for VMS as well. They were unbeaten in this tournament until now. Have to give them credit for this magnificent run. And the old monks. It's into the gap. And those are the winning runs. Yes, they are the champions of the Season 9 A Division. Bayside Sports Buddies Bash goes to the old monks. The first ever title for them. Worked really, really hard to get here. Through ups, through downs. But stuck together. Gave their all. With confidence, courage, and great camaraderie. Winning the match in the end by 7 wickets. The first ever title for the old monks. And beating the invincible run of the VMS victors. Congratulations, Team Old Monk.